Hello everyone, welcome to Pharma Vision. This is Deepika and we are going to discuss with Mr. Manoj Ashwani who has just become the registered pharmacist of Canada. So I'll just quickly brief you about his journey. In January 2020, he has gone to Canada in 2 years of student visa. So after that, he got 3 years of post-study work permit and currently he is the permanent resident in Canada. He got his registered pharmacist license in Canada. So let's hear from the Manoj, his journey and have some thoughts about in it. So let's welcome Manoj. Hi Manoj, this is Deepika
Hello,
from Pharma Vision. How are you?
I'm good, Deepika. How are you?
I'm good too. So today we
Yes,
are going to discuss about your journey, like from pharmacy student to become the pharmacist of Canada. So
yes.
how are you feeling now?
Yeah, it's been a very relaxed feeling, I can say, after so many years of journey in this same PEBC pathway. So, yes, bit relaxed.
Okay. So,
Yes,
can you briefly introduce yourself to the audience? Like, what's your background and how you reached here?
yes. So, I'm Manoj Aswani. I'm the registered pharmacist now. But before giving this introduction, I was like a common student pursuing the career of pharmacy in Gujarat, like from the Indu Kakai Kowala College of Pharmacy in Anand. And after coming across like to that college, I realized that there was a huge potential in reaching out to the international countries because over there the pharmacists have a great value. So on realizing that, like I tried to figure out a lot of pathways how I can reach over there. Then after reaching so many stations over there, I came across like your pathway. So like with Nitesh in Pharma Vision. So after discussing like a whole lot of pathways about this journey, it became very simple with the end goal of becoming the pharmacist in Canada. So that's how it started. And doing across all these journeys, like I tried multiple professions. Like I became a licensed insurance advisor over there in Canada. Along with that, I did a bartending jobs with a licensed bartending license over there in Canada. So there's a bunch of whole professions going all at the same time. So this is like an ideal scenario that is going right now, and right now, bit relaxed in this journey
Okay.
today.
So finally,
Yeah.
you reached your destination, which you have
Yes.
started like years ago.
Yes. Yes. It's been like a 5 years of journey. So heads up now. Like it's been a bright future yet. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, what inspired you to pursue a career in pharmacy?
So, like it's been a common story, right? Like, whenever you ask this question, like all of the pharmacists will say, like, yes, I always aspired to become a doctor, and then I came across to become a pharmacist. So, same story like with me, uh, but it was always been like I was more interested in marketing, and at the same time, the pharmacy was also there because at the end, I was a healthcare professional. So that's how I ended up here, and nothing like much more than that.
Okay. So, like,
Yeah.
when did you complete your Bachelor of Pharmacy?
So it was like 2019.
Okay.
Um yeah, there's also an interesting story with that. Like when at our time, like when I was giving the pharmacy, there was an entrance exam. So in 2015, I already gave my NEET because I was already aspiring for the doctor, right? But I was unlucky at that time that pharma introduced the pharma cat in that time,
Okay.
and I didn't give that exam. So that's how it was very difficult to come across the pharmacy college throughout the India. But luckily, I got the admission over there in Gujarat just because of the 12th grade marks, and the NEET was there. That's how they compensated for that. So that's how I ended up in Gujarat from Bombay. Otherwise, I would have been settled in Bombay as well for the college. So
Okay.
yeah,
So, you
so
got a chance to explore Gujarat as well.
yes, after that I came into Gujarat and explored the Gujarati tradition and culture over there. So it changed a lot. Yeah.
Okay. So, like from passing from the Bachelor of Pharmacy in 2019 until today, it's 2025. So, like,
Yeah.
what was your like student visa and what was your journey?
So like So it started with a 2 year journey of study, like a post graduation after pharmacy. I did like one course in healthcare management and the other one in like technical food and science technology. So this two course like was 2 year program, 1 year each, and after that like 3 year work permit. So this 2 year when you enter in Canada as a student, you get 2 years of study permit, then you get a work permit of 3 years, and then you are applying for your PR based on your experience. And
Okay.
then like at that the same time I was preparing for the PEBC throughout my first year in Canada. So that's how it works. Yeah.
Okay. So currently you are the permanent residence in Canada, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So like since which year you got your PR?
So last year I got the PR in September 2024.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2019 December I entered in Canada, and then 2024 I got my PR. So 2 years of study permit will end you like 2022 in August, and then you invest your time in healthcare field. If you are belonging to a healthcare field, Canada have a more easier pathway for permanent residency if you are in healthcare field.
Yeah.
So I finished my 1 year of experience over there, and then I applied for my PR. So 4.5 years over there, and then I got my permanent residence over there.
Okay. So after completion of your studies, like after 2 years, until now you become the pharmacist. So in these 3 years, so what kind of jobs did you do, like in the
So like
profession?
so as the initial you're saying like when I was on my study permit. Yeah. So I started my first job in like a restaurant. There was
Okay.
a restaurant over there, which was making biryani. So I work as a cook over there, not a cook, but yeah, like a side supporter guy. I was doing all kind of job that was required, like from cleaning to cooking, whatever it takes. Then I ended up in pharmacy. Like then the COVID hit actually for the straight 9 months, and I was jobless for like 9 months straight. And at that time I got the opportunity to study properly for the PEBC. So
Okay.
I used that time properly, but unfortunately I failed that exam. But the lucky part was I got the job in October in the pharmacy. So March time the COVID hit, I was jobless. From March to October I studied. October I got the pharmacy, and then never way back. Then I got the multiple job, like I working in a bars as a bartender, then working as a security guard. Then after completing my food and science technology, this was the same cycle like pharmacy and bar. Then after I finished my study from Durham, like food and science technology, I got the job in lab. I was
Okay.
working as a lab technician, but in lab technician we need a full license. But based on this course, I was having as a lab technician title to cover up the work over there as a technician. So I did 1 year of a lab technician over there, and at the same time I was doing the pharmacy part time. And then when I completed my second exam, I got the license as a pharmacist intern over there. Then I shifted my province. I did my internship over there for the 2 years. By the meantime, I cracked this exam, and that's how like I become pharmacist over there.
Okay. That's a
Yeah,
very long and very good journey.
yeah. It it's like a multiple experience within
Yeah.
this 5 years across all the fields. So it was nice.
Yeah. So you got a lot of
Yeah,
experience in very different fields.
yeah. Like right now, I'm doing in finance. Like I'm working as like an insurance advisor, but this title is like a legal entitlement of what I'm doing. But right now, like we are working into like financial planning as well. So that's how like finance and a pharmacist. So this is
Okay.
how it's working right now.
So now you are going to do the full-time job as a pharmacist, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, good. So like tell me the audience about like the how to become pharmacist and what is the exam and all. So they get idea.
So if like I'll share my experience like how I became the pharmacist. So if somebody wants to make a pathway, like if they're planning for the PEDC or any international exam, so they have to figure out like in their own regional area whether they have some tutor or the guider who can guide them to reach to that level. So like luckily I was lucky that I got within that time frame, like I got my advisor like Nitesh sir was there. So I build my first basics with that. So Nitesh sir have their own platform. Like I build the basics from there. and then I went into the Canadian system, like how the exam is cracked. Like Nitesh sir will help to build up the basic what is required for the exam, and then you go with the licensed players of that country. Like in Canada, they have multiple players, so I selected that platform.
Hmm.
And while selecting that platform, I was doing my preparation. So in Canada, you have three levels of exams, like level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 and level 2, they have their own MCQ exams of 200 questions. In level 3, you have the interview with the doctors, nurses, and the patients. There are 9 stations to crack that exam. So
Okay.
you finished up these 2 exams of the MCQ, and then you go for the interview, and then you get your license. But before getting the license, there are other formalities. Like you have to give your provincial law exam. Provincial means state law exams,
Hmm.
and then your formalities like IELTS, first aid certificates, injection training. These all pathways you have to clear while you are going for your OSCEs, and then you get the license.
Okay.
Yes.
So can you little bit tell about your the OSCE exam, like interview, like what kind of questions and how it is the competitive?
Yeah. So like there are 9 stations in that. Okay. In 9 station, each station you will get 7 minutes to crack that one station. So in 7 minutes, like there will be certain penalized. Like suppose in 9 stations you will be getting like 2 doctor stations, 2 minor ailments, 2 management case studies like that, 2 external reference station like that. So the patient will come with you, hey, I am having this kind of symptoms, I am having this kind of complaint, what you can do for me. So based on your studies and based on your knowledge and expertise, you will guide them like how you can
Hmm.
proceed from this.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's it, like how you can manage your overall confidence and your performance in that own scenario.
Okay.
And then there will be a doctor station.
Hmm.
In doctor station, you'll be having a reference. Doctor will ask a specific question, and that's it. You will be finding the reference, and then you'll be giving your answers.
Okay.
That's how it is. Yeah. But in
So.
OSCE, like it overall works is like how you are performing and how confident you are.
Hmm.
That's the only 2 3 things they are looking for, because everything is there in front of you. So there's nothing big in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it like face to face interview?
Yeah, it's like a face-to-face interview. Like there
Hmm.
will be 9 stations, so 9 rooms will be there.
Okay.
Each station you will get 7 minutes.
Okay.
And before going on to the next station, like after finishing the 7 minutes, there will be 2 minutes to
Hmm.
read the door note. Each door have a door note. In
Hmm.
door note, you will be reading what kind of, like, is it a doctor station? Is it a patient station? Is it like management station? You will be realizing like what is there in front of the door, and
Hmm.
after you enter the door, your time starts, and then you have to work with that way.
Okay. So it's like kinda a game or treasure hunt like that.
Yes, yes, like that kind of thing. But it's very easy once you start practicing like into that zone, and then it's very easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's good. So tell me about the what score did you get in RTS?
So yeah, like right, I can still say I was lucky in that part. Right now the rules have been changed for the LTS. Like each module you have to score like 7, I think, right
Hmm.
now.
Hmm.
But during my time it was not like that. It was like 6.5 or plus minus 5. Like that was the scenario. In
Okay.
my time the writing was required only 6. I got 5.5, still I was eligible to get registered with the college.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't practice much of the IELTS because I was good enough to do with that.
Hmm.
Like 5.5, I can still able to achieve without reading or doing anything.
Okay.
So that's how I was lucky. But right now, we have to do a little practice before going to the IELTS.
Okay. So tell me about the pharmacist job responsibility and like how the pharmacist profession is different from India to Canada.
Yeah. So like right now, like the main difference if you go in India, like if you ask any medication to the pharmacist there in community, they will directly hand over you the medication without asking any questions.
Hmm.
But over there, you need a prescription.
Hmm.
Plus, they will look into your prescription like thoroughly, whether you are taking any other medications or not, whether
Okay.
you have any other medical conditions, any allergies, are you taking any other over-the-counter medications, like that. And they will check whether is there any interaction of the medication that you are taking with your current health condition or your medication that you are taking, or with any over the counter medication that you have been taking,
Okay.
like that. And based on all this decision, then only they will decide whether you'll be getting your whole medications or not,
Okay.
like that. Yeah, plus they keep a loop of your prescription medication with the doctors as well. Like the patient have been taking this medication from like last months. They will also look at your like health record. Like Canada have their own platform, like an electronic health record. So
Hmm.
pharmacists will go over that website and check like whether your kidney functions, your liver functions are eligible to get your medication that you're currently getting the prescription for.
Okay.
So they check number of criteria before dispensing the medication. So ultimately, it makes a very safe environment for the patient for the
Okay.
long term. Like yeah,
Okay.
so
So
there is
like,
a big difference in the system here.
yeah, yeah, it seems.
Yeah,
So it's a huge responsibility of the pharmacist.
yes. Like I still remember one scenario like a metformin case. So metformin is a very common medication, right? Like everybody knows, like every each and common man also knows like what is metformin. But they don't know how to use that medication. So the maximum dose for that medication is like 2.5 gram, like 2.6, but we say 2.5 gram, right?
Hmm.
But still, the person, even in Canada, the person was taking multiple pharmacy and he was going beyond that dose. He was going almost like 4 grams a day.
Okay.
And when it came to us, we find that this was the case because we have an electronic health record system, and based on that, we realized that he was taking such huge dose. So he was safe. Otherwise, if he was continuously taking like this dose for even a week, he would
Hmm.
have ended up in emergency.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So because of the hypoglycemia, it can lead that, right? But in India, we don't know like how it's tracking off because still we know the maximum dose, the maximum strength of that medication, how it's gonna work. So like that. But in India, you don't have a track of this.
Hmm.
So yeah,
We just take the prescription and give the medication.
yeah. I mean, we still generation are aware about this because we still Google a lot of things.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like more than like 50 years, 60 years, like our
Hmm.
parents, they don't know much about this. So that's the thing that is working right now.
ट्रू सो इस
Yeah.
मतलब ऑलमोस्ट यही होता होगा ना कि मतलब पेशेंट आता है फार्मेसी में तो उसको ऑलमोस्ट 30 मिनट्स या उससे कम मतलब वो रहता होगा ना क्योंकि ये सब प्रोसीजर में भी टाइम लगता होगा.
Yeah. It depends like how is the workflow,
ओके.
how is the your time management in that. Me personally standing over there, if I feel like suppose if a salbutamol pump is there, I know it's just like a pump. I have to explain like in 5 minutes. Yes, I'll be handling that prescription in 10 to 15 minutes. But suppose the patient is starting itself the new medication, then I have to be very thorough with that. So it will take like 20 30 minutes because I have to see all the platforms, all the liver kidney functions. So I have to be all with the references as well, like what is the reference saying with that medication. Because now I have to explain to the patient in the basic language as well.
ओके.
So time is, I wouldn't say like time is the challenge, but when it comes to the safety and patient education, I think patient have to realize that this is their own safety. So I think 20 minutes of investment is a good idea for the long term
Hmm.
health investment. Yeah.
ओके. सो लाइक आई वांट टू आस्क दैट व्हाट वाज द मोस्ट चैलेंजिंग पार्ट ऑफ द पीईबीसी एग्जाम.
So I will say like anything, like if anything comes to achievement of any goal related with the health, finance, relationship, or anything, consistency is the number one thing, and the persistency of that thing. So my challenge was always the consistency with the discipline. Like how if I'm waking up at same time and doing my same work every day, so I'm winning up the game. But if that thing is not happening, like for the consistent 1 or 2 day, my mind will get shattered. Because now I have to compensate for that 2 day as well.
Hmm.
So that was the biggest challenge. Second thing, I would say the financial planning. The financial planning, that means if you are not planning your finance very well, then your whole game will change. Like if you're not smart enough to manage your finance and your time with your PEBC, then it will be very difficult because half of the time you will be thinking about finance for all the time. So you have to be
Hmm.
very smart with your finances as well. Discipline time comes up with a very big role. You have to be very smart about your time, where you have to invest and with whom you have to invest. For the at least for the time when you are planning for your PEBC. After that, you can chill. Yeah.
Okay, so do you have any, like, did you have any connection of the group that you can prepare with the for the PEBC with them, or you have done alone study?
So I was very lucky in terms of groups. Like when I started my journey, we were three people, and all three were there from N lead, like Nitish sir, like
Hmm.
me, Harshit, and Ansh.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, I didn't pass my exam in first attempt. So that's how our group broke. That
Hmm.
at that time I was all alone. But every time when the new exam comes, you will find a group. You will pass, fail, your new group will be there.
Hmm.
Yeah. So most of the time I was alone, but most of the time I was there in a group. So it depends on your journey, how you are taking it. There was never a problem either studying alone or either studying in a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, what are the top three things every Indian pharmacy graduate should know before starting the PEBC?
I think the financial planning should be there, the number one thing. Number two, the determination about the PEBC. Like, regardless of how many attempts it will take, you have to think yourself as a pharmacist itself, like from the starting day itself. Don't think like when you will get the license, at that day I'll become the pharmacist.
Hmm.
So, this two thing I will say. Third thing I would say, like, time management should be there. Like, when you enter the Canada, you should be very focused about where to spend the time, thinking of future ahead. Like finance is the number one thing you should keep in your mind. And also, like when you're studying and you're doing a lot of things, make sure that you're learning the other skills as well. Like, because you will make your pathway for your permanent residency, so make sure like you are there in a loop of how to get the PR and how to achieve that. Like, if you are reaching for your goals, make sure like you are there in that skill zone. Don't invest all your time for the PEBC as well. Like, suppose in a day, if you're studying for 3 or 4 hours for the PEBC, make sure you're giving yourself 1 or 2 hour other things, like doing either you can relax or either 1 hour you can build your own skill what you're interested for, like that.
Okay.
So financial planning, PEBC, and then time management, these three things should be there before going to the PEBC zone.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what mistakes should future candidates avoid? Like, you have done, or you should not repeat that.
Number one thing, like, people don't invest their time and money at the same time. I see a lot of my friends, like, when like they want to get involved in the group, the only reason they want to get involved in the group is because they want to split the share of the courses they are taking, because the courses over there, they are costly. It will
Okay.
cost like 1 to 1.5 lakh. What they will do is they will split the amount and then they will start preparing with that. But based on that, the quality of their time, the quality of the education resources they are getting, and the mock, because the mock is the person who is taking the course is only allowed to give the mock. So they are compromising on lot of things, but they are not thinking like to invest their whole time and money as a single person to finish up their journey. in
Hmm.
in short term it feels like they are investing a lot of money, but in future, like, the quality of the pharmacist that they will become will be like priceless. So I think this is the number one thing I will say, like, the mistake that the people are doing. You should be like committed 100% to your own journey rather than thinking of the group at that time.
Hmm.
Yeah, groups are only good like when you want to learn something, like few skills that you are not good at that time you can think of group, but otherwise you should be independent player, like figuring out your journey.
Okay. So, how did you stay motivated throughout your journey?
It was only one goal, like I have to become the pharmacist, because there was no option to, there was no any other option like I was thinking at that time. So I was always on a plan A, plan B was never, like in my case, like plan B was never the option. That's why I passed this exam. And because in between I got a lot of other opportunities as well. Even though I met with finance, I met with other lab technician, I was getting a good job offers over there, like almost equal to pharmacists. But still, like the independency and the freedom that you have in this journey is something different from any other profession. So
Okay.
that was the only motivation that was there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? How important is it become to register pharmacist if you are from pharmacy background and if you have interest in the clinical pharmacy?
If you have an interest in a clinical pharmacist, only then you are thinking of this path. That's what you mean to say?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
how it is important to become the pharmacist, or doing any other jobs like the in the industrial or any pharmacy assistant or pharmacy technician jobs, because
Yeah.
most of the students they think that PBC is very hard. People are saying that nobody is passing, PBC ratio is very low. So they need a motivation, like they need to know that
Yeah.
how important it is.
Okay. So what I see, the clarity is not there. Like when people start their own journey, I think the number one thing they should keep into their mind is like pharmacy is a career. Like career means like it will take you somewhere from somewhere to somewhere, right? So
Yeah.
pharmacy is like a big career, like it's a big bush career in Canada. Like if you are thinking like if you want to retire in 3 4 years,
Hmm.
then you should think like finance is the number one thing in your head before deciding that pharmacy is your career.
Hmm.
If you are thinking something else is your career, then your financial number should be low or either high.
Hmm.
So it all starts with your finance. Suppose if I'm thinking like in 3 years, I want to invest like 5 lakhs rupees,
Hmm.
then I should think like which career will take me very fast to that 5 lakhs.
Hmm.
So becoming a pharmacist over there is a smooth transition thing that is happening. So pharmacists will give you independency over there,
Hmm.
big finance over there. You will be deciding your own schedule and routine.
Okay.
But if you go with any other profession, your finance numbers are low. You are
Hmm.
trapped into that 9 to 5. A lot of things are not in your hands. But when you become pharmacist, there are a lot of things in your hands, like that.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the range of the pharmacist can earn yearly?
Comparing to the Indian numbers, like 50 lakhs is the base, but you
Hmm.
can go beyond that.
Hmm.
Like you can go like up to 1 CR as well. So it all depends how, in which province you are,
Hmm.
how smart you are, like negotiating with the owners or the companies over there.
Yeah. So it can be like the increase by the years, right?
Based on the experience, it's
Hmm.
not that much increasing like exponentially, like in that.
Hmm.
If you're thinking of business, if you're thinking of other opportunities at the same time, or if you're ready to travel in the rural areas,
Hmm.
then you can make big money over there in short time.
Okay.
But and said like it's not going to stay long term. Like if you're thinking of short term, it's a good idea to settle down for 2 3 years in that zone.
Okay. So what is your plan in the long term goal?
Be financially free, like that. Long term, like I'm thinking like first of all, say I'll say for the short term, like I'm thinking like do my job for at least 2 years so that I can settle up my all the finances for the future.
Hmm.
And then in the long term, like I'll be like thinking in the financial field, like as a financial advisor, as a big player over there.
Okay.
And then after 5 or 10 years, I'm thinking to come back to my country and then settle down over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how has your personal life changed since moving to Canada?
Like as a person, I'm very calm right now. Like after 5 years of journey, like I was not doing anything here in India, even though I was having our own business like with my parents, but still I was not doing anything here in India. But right now over there, I know a lot of things,
Hmm.
cooking skills, patience, yeah, life management about my own self, like how to deal with my finance,
Hmm.
how to deal my time, like everything has been changed. But the number one thing is peace and calmness is the biggest thing that I've achieved over there. So yeah,
Okay. Okay, so what's your favorite thing about living in Canada? How is Canada?
it's good, it's beautiful. Like it depends on how you are taking Canada. People do say like it's lonely over there, but I would say like it's more focusing. If you really want to build something like in a quite some time, the most focusing place is over there, like in Canada. If you want to do something, and the beautiful part about we can say is like the nature over there. It's really amazing. Like when you spend some time over there, you really get to know about the beautiful country, like how the vibe is over there as compared to India.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what final advice would like to give to the future aspirant pharmacist in Canada?
Just, yeah. Just be determined. Like just be perseverance about how about to reach your goal, and don't listen to naysayers. Just be very focusing about your own journey. Don't take any advice from any people that you feel like they are not into your zone. Just make sure like you are expanding your circle to the next level. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, how would you recommend like Pharma Vision has helped you in this journey? Nitesh sir has how helped you?
So I would say like direction is the number one thing like in today's generation in so much of distraction like where you have Instagram, Facebook everywhere all around you. Somewhere you need a direction to reach to your heights. Like I was very energetic. I was very like hungry at that time when I wanted to reach here, but I was directionless. But in order to search the direction, I went through a lot of platform, as I said before. So you need a direction, like in order to reach somewhere. And at that time, like I got this Nitesh sir. And because of that direction and my basics, today I can still say, like even after passing all this OSCE and everything, the main basics are there just by Nitesh sir. And when you start practicing, you just need the basics. You don't need a lot of whole fancy things.
Hmm.
So that's how it worked. Like Nitish sir helped me in guiding what to do during that time and how to conquer. Even like all my journeys, I was being in contact with him, like what to do next.
Hmm.
So the direction was the number one thing. That's all I can say. Like you need a star to reach somewhere. So that was the star by Nitish sir. Yeah,
Thank you so much. So, would you
yeah.
recommend this part to the others?
Yes, yes, 110%. I've been like in lot of contact with the Pharma Vision people. N number of students are still reaching out even after the Instagram post. So I will highly recommend like anyone going over there, make sure like you first enter into the pharma like PBC zone as well, and
Hmm.
also make sure like your finances are well planned, and then you take off wherever you want to go. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's all for from my side.
Yeah.
Any other things you would
Yes.
like to share or you would like to tell people?
Nothing much. I would just say like be disciplined about your own journey. Don't fall into the fancy trap like of distraction. It will be there for some time. But if you just handle yourself like for this 5 years or like whatever your journey is, 2, 3 years, you'll be highly successful in the next 20 years or 30 years, wherever you want to go then. But for this 5 years, we remain focused. Don't get distracted away with all the fancy things that are near there around you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much and wish you
Uh,
very best for your future. Like now you are going
Yes.
to work as a pharmacist.
Yes. Thank you so much, Deepika ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, even you yourself has been remaining with me for this last 5 years, along with the Nitish sir. So it
Yeah.
is always a gratitude towards you. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for everything. Yes.
I just
Yes.
remembered like first time you came to office and you have that dedication at that time.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
like this years passed and I'm feeling very lucky and like very glad that
Yes.
seeing you the pharmacist.
No, no, same here, same here. Even at that time, I remember meeting you and the team over there. Luckily, everything have been changed, and we are still there in contact. So, thank you so much for that. Yes,
Thank you, thank you.
yes.
Okay, thank you so much, and
All
thank you for
right.
your time, specially.
No, no, no. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah,
Always there for the sir. Yes, and the team. Yes.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Divya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Yes. Bye. Yeah.